Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Hine. Well, the hunt is over for the Riverfest medallion. Riverfest organizers announced this morning that the 2026 medallion has been found. It was located behind the sign facing the river under the eagle statue in Riverside Park. Well, speaking of Riverfest, it really is quickly approaching and organizers have already began setup. The festival is held annually in Riverside Park over the 4th of July weekend. It was established in 1983 and organizers say it was created with something in mind for everyone, from food and festivities to fireworks and live entertainment.
Of course, we can't wait for the festival to get started because we enjoy having all the community members down here celebrating with us.
Riverfest officially kicks off on Wednesday, July 1st and will run through the evening of Saturday, July 4th. Well, Greg, it sounds like we might have to keep that umbrella on standby, huh?
Yeah, before the heat comes, which is the big picture of what we're looking for Monday and Tuesday, a warm front approaches and we got to get moisture surging, and that generally does lead to some showers and thunderstorms, and we're going to see some complexes out west move over for Sunday. In the meantime, once again, we still got the alert days for Monday and Tuesday. That's for the heat. Seeing heat and seas well over 100 and potentially getting up close to 110. Now, overnight temperatures are going to be milder as you go further south and west. Cloud cover arrives earlier and the winds turn around some more in the 60s. Further north and east you go, that'll be delayed, so you get back into the 50s, upper 50s, which is pretty typical for the sea at the end of June. Waking up in the morning, Eau Claire going to be dry. The showers start coming in with this complex. If it holds together, even a thunderstorm, probably closer after 11 to 12 a.m. You notice the winds out of the southeast and 73 degrees. If you look at La Crosse, typically if it holds together, it'll be around 9 to 10 coming through with light rain and potential thunderstorms through a period at 71. If you look at right now, it's still quiet. There's the big storm out to the west that even involves some snow in southwest Montana to give you an idea how strong it is. So later on, we'll break all the stuff down, including how long this heat wave may last a bit later in the broadcast.
Okay, we complain about the heat, but at least we're not getting that snow.
Not getting the snow in southwest, no.
All right, thanks, Greg. And a reminder, you can track weather on your block by downloading the First Warn Weather app. Find it at the App Store or on Google Play. And as this heat is coming our way, medical experts say it is essential to stay hydrated. News 8 spoke with a registered dietitian who recommends consuming at least 64 ounces of water a day and adding 8 more ounces of fluid per 30 to 60 minutes spent outside.
Plain water really is the body's favorite fluid. It helps our body's cells function as they should. It keeps the body flushing out things that it needs to. And when we sweat, it's especially important that we replenish that water so our body has the right amounts of things inside of it.
Williams adds to limit caffeine intake to no more than 200 milligrams. Caffeine does have diuretic properties that can flush out your body's fluid. Along with America's 250th birthday, it's the city of Onalaska's 175th anniversary. The city is commemorating the milestone with a full day of events showcasing historical displays. The celebration is showcasing Onalaska's history and community spirit with a medallion hunt, along with a house decorating contest. Organizers say it's a way for businesses, nonprofits, and community members to collaborate and celebrate. Also in Onalaska today, community members could take a look at new spaces at the middle school and high school. Back in 2022, a $75 million referendum passed for the district, paving the way for new classrooms at the middle school, along with a health services space. And at the high school, several updates throughout the building.
Facilities were designed to meet the needs of today's students and future students. Flexibility was a huge piece of this. What does a flexible learning space look like so that it's not rigid for today and out of date in 5 years?
Some of the updates include new music areas, technology education areas, along with science and business. Emergency service crews showed their appreciation for community support today. Community members joined local emergency services for a day packed with family-friendly activities. Folks could interact with firefighters, rescue crews, and first responders.
Show the community we appreciate them. They've supported us at other fundraisers, so this is a day for us to give back. And I'm looking forward to the fireworks tonight at 10 o'clock.
We're here available to help the community when they need the help and to have fun and a good outcome.
Also at the event, music activities for kids, along with demonstrations from first responders. Today in Sparta, demonstrators are hosting a gravestone cleaning workshop at Mount Hope Cemetery, showing the correct techniques while highlighting the do's and the don'ts. It's hosted by the Monroe County Local History Room and Museum. Organizers say gravestones are not only a visual remembrance of a loved one, but also provide essential information about ancestors.
It's important for us at the History Room to equip people with the proper methods and materials that will be safe for the stone and safe for themselves. So it's very rewarding for us to be able to come here and teach people and then see actual cleaning going on. Because when gravestone cleaning is done properly, you are preserving the gravestone.
The workshop also included a presentation about the historical significance and symbolism of various gravestones. Still to come, our nation's capital kicking off celebrations of America's 250th birthday. We'll have a look at the Great America State Fair after the break.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Get Grandma's home-style meatloaf with mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn for $18.99, as well as mixers for $4.50. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. With Skyrizi, feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks. Many people were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 4 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
Our 4th of July sale is going on now at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. So shop unbeatable prices on all the gear and supplies you need to celebrate your way. Right now, 4 packs of Ball Americana canning jars, just $9.99. 25% off Americana teas for the family. And new sets of tires. Buy 3, get 1 free. Save even more with consumer rebates, plus extra reward savings on select brands. Find the value you need to celebrate your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Get Grandma's home-style meatloaf with mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn for $18.99, as well as mixers for $4.50. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
In this weekend's top medical headlines, children who drink sodas, sports drinks, and fruit juices have a higher risk of developing high blood pressure as adults. A study in Canada suggests the risk for kids can be lowered by replacing sugary drinks with whole fruit, milk, or just water. Scientists say they've figured out why pollution affects some asthma patients more than others. A University of Pittsburgh study found that specific genes that some people have can make them more vulnerable to air pollution than others. By identifying the genes, researchers say they may one day be able to develop new treatments for asthma. Well, we hear a lot about the damage social media does to young people, but a new study shows it's having a negative effect on older people as well. A study in Canada found that the use of social media by people over the age of 55 can harm their mental health. The biggest factors that impact mental health negatively are viewing distressing content and comparing yourselves to others. Tensions remain high in the Middle East, and a ceasefire hangs in the balance as the U.S. launched a fresh round of airstrikes against Iran Saturday night. This comes hours after Iranian drones attacked a U.S. ally in the region. CBS News' Aaron Navarro has more.
U.S. Central Command announced via social media late Saturday a new round of airstrikes on Iranian targets for the second consecutive night. CENTCOM said their targets included Iranian military surveillance equipment, communication systems, and air defense sites. On Friday, the U.S. launched retaliatory strikes against Iran 1 day after Iranian forces hit this Singapore-flagged commercial ship making its way through the Strait of Hormuz. Iran condemned the overnight strikes as, quote, savage and vowed to defend itself. Early Saturday, Bahrain, a U.S. ally, reported strikes by Iranian drones, which the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps claimed targeted a, quote, terrorist army in the Gulf state. The U.S. strikes come a day after President Trump expressed displeasure with Iran violating its ceasefire agreement.
I don't like the fact that they took a shot yesterday. They shouldn't be doing that.
All of this comes after Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced on Friday the framework of a deal between Israel and Lebanon.
Final destination? Peace between our two countries. Real peace, where both countries will live in security where Israel's and Lebanon's sovereignty will be respected, honored, and protected.
The trilateral framework we signed today is a first step on the road to restoring Lebanese sovereignty and territorial integrity.
Hezbollah, which was not part of the negotiations, rejected the deal on Saturday, calling it a, quote, disgrace as they promised to keep fighting Israeli forces. Late Saturday, clouds of smoke rose in southern Lebanon, the result of a new Israeli airstrike. The area struck is outside the security zone that Israel said its troops will continue to control, the latest example of ongoing hostilities in the region. Aaron Navarro, CBS News, the White House.
Today, President Trump again expressed frustration with Iran, writing on social media, quote, "There may come a point when we are no longer able to be reasonable and will be forced to militarily complete the job that we very successfully started. If that happens, the Islamic Republic of Iran will no longer exist," end quote. Well, a South Florida search and rescue team is heading overseas today, answering the call after deadly earthquakes devastated Venezuela. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue says its urban search and rescue team, Florida Task Force 1, took off from Homestead Air Force Base today. The team is deploying to Venezuela, where crews are racing to find survivors after twin earthquakes struck on Thursday. Officials say the death toll has climbed to more than 1,400 people, with thousands more injured. More than 200 people have been rescued so far, but tens of thousands are still unaccounted for. And in Washington, D.C. this weekend, folks are visiting the Freedom 250 Great American State Fair. It's a 16-day event that features a 110-foot Ferris wheel and pavilions that represent each state and territory. The celebration comes ahead of America's 250th anniversary next weekend. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Definitely going to be kind of a muggy, wet Sunday with some sunshine for others, but then the heat and humidity definitely arrive come Monday and Tuesday, where we have alert days in effect. We'll explain all that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
It's our anniversary sale celebration at Furniture Decor and More. Get a doorbuster rocker recliner for just $299.99. Save up to 30% store-wide and register to win a free dining set. Hurry in today and celebrate the anniversary savings at Furniture Decor and More in Westby and Boscobel.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers. So switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. When you need to communicate, you can communicate.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. Plus, over the past 5 years, T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus Verizon and AT&T. And enjoy a 5-year price guarantee on experience plans.
The value that we get with T-Mobile is excellent.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. Now I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. See a head-to-head study of Rinvoq versus another treatment at Rinvoq.com/see-the-data. Talk to your dermatologist if you're not doing well on your current pill or injection to see if Rinvoq is right for you.
It's June Dairy Month, and there's no better place to celebrate than Westby Cooperative Creamery. Since 1903, our farmer-owned cooperative has proudly crafted high-quality dairy products right here in Wisconsin. Our farm families are committed to caring for their cows, protecting the land, and producing dairy products you can feel good about bringing home to your family. Stop into the Westby Creamery Cheese Store for weekly June Dairy Month specials and stock up on your favorite cheeses and dairy treats. Celebrate June Dairy Month with Westby Creamery.
It's our anniversary sale celebration at Furniture Decor and More. Get a doorbuster rocker recliner for just $299.99. Save up to 30% store-wide and register to win a free dining set. Hurry in today and celebrate the anniversary savings at Furniture Decor and More in Westby and Boscobel.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Just 1 week until the nation's 250th anniversary, and it's no surprise that to celebrate, Americans are projected to spend a record amount on fireworks. CBS Jeff Wagner visits one fireworks store that says tariffs have had a big impact on prices.
We visited Fireworks Nation in North Hudson, Wisconsin to talk with owner Anders Nelson.
So COVID just skyrocketed the fireworks industry. And ever since that, there have been, of course, more people introduced to backyard fireworks shows. So the business has been steadily increasing.
In the year 2000, Americans spent just over $400 million on fireworks. It steadily climbed over the next 2 decades, hitting $1 billion in 2019. That number nearly doubled in 2020 and never looked back, averaging at least $2.2 billion per year since. But Julie Heckman with the American Pyrotechnic Association is thinking bigger.
And I'm feeling pretty strong that we will most likely achieve $2.5 billion for consumer fireworks sales this year.
So many fireworks this year carry a patriotic red, white, and blue theme. A lot of hype for the nation's 250th that came with some concern for vendors thanks to President Trump's trade war with China. So how did tariffs impact pricing and supply?
Some members of the industry did face a 145% tariff.
The spike led to shipping delays and production stoppages in China last year. The tariff now sits at about 15%.
And even though the tariffs have come down, when we made those purchases, we had to pay those high tariffs.
Nelson says his shop's massive inventory allowed them to absorb the higher costs, and he expects prices to look similar to last year. As for supply, his shelves have never been more stocked.
People that are concerned about the gas prices that maybe are not traveling this year, they're going to be staying at home, they got to do something. And what better way to celebrate than with fireworks?
In Wisconsin, Jeff Wagner, CBS News.
Well, heat is the topic as we head into next week, but we do have some rain first. Let's hand it over to Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart for our full forecast.
Yeah, in the transition, a lot of times you will get showers and thunderstorms that come through, and that's kind of what we're going to do. All these complexes are developing in South Dakota right now, and they're going to kind of push eastward, and if they survive, and a lot of times they can with this type of set, it go thousands of miles, we may see that come through before then the warm front lifts north and we get really hot for Monday and Tuesday. So we got to deal with that too. Consecutive 90s, we're going to make a run about maybe 6, potentially a little bit more, probably for La Crosse, a little bit less maybe for Eau Claire, but those are your records too, consecutive 90s. We averaged right up there, you can see about 17 or 10 respectively, and that's what we saw at 1311. If you're looking at 95, we averaged about 3 to 5 of those per summer. The record for 95, you got to go back to 1988 during that drought year too, when we were hitting 100 quite a bit. So we won't have that type of conditions. But here's right now, this is the system that's going to be pulling to the north, and the complexes you can already see start to develop. That is what's going to eventually push east and try to survive. Probably push east and then dive southeastward towards northeast Iowa. So that system will take time to get here, but that's what's going to eventually stall to our west and provide showers and thunderstorms come Wednesday. It's cold enough that they got quite a bit of snow going to be falling in southwest Montana in the higher elevations. That's how strong the system is, but you would expect that how hot we're going to be ahead of it. Here's going in 10 a.m. should be still cloudy, but look at the activity starting to develop. That's that complex that'll push east and then dive southeastward. So rain could come back in the picture, just light rain probably up to Eau Claire. Thunderstorm chances more as you get probably further south. This is generally probably just light rain, but look at the complex there that's really still going. So Decorah down to maybe just west of Prairie du Chien, if it holds together, that could pose maybe a damaging wind threat if it does. And you're looking at about noon to about 1 p.m. and then it weakens as it pushes further southeast. Everything clears out of here probably by 2, but we keep the cloud cover and that southeast wind and the moisture still there. So showers are likely to develop once again because the warm front will be north of Eau Claire as you go towards the evening hour. It's definitely going to feel muggy. The dew points are going to be once again probably approaching 70. Here's the rain amount. If this complex takes that route, there could be a very narrow swath of 1.5 inches of rain. Pretty significant. Tails off quite a bit as you go further north. It's just more drizzle or some light rain. Temperatures, with all this in mind, it's a lot of low confidence with temperatures. There could be some areas that struggle to get to 80 with the cloud cover. I think everyone will be around the upper 70s, low 80s, and then you could have a few spots that get lucky maybe to get up into the mid 80s. But that's not the story Sunday, really. It's the dew points. By the time you come end Sunday, we're going to be up into the 70s, so definitely humid, even miserable type of humidity. And then you see it kind of going up and down, staying humid throughout the week, but it won't be maybe as oppressive as Monday and Tuesday, but still very muggy throughout. The heat indices, as we look at that, Monday and Tuesday are the days to watch. definitely could be over 105 to 110. They come down a little bit for La Crosse, and then look what happens Wednesday a little bit further because cloud cover and showers and thunderstorms start impacting the temperature a little bit too. Eau Claire, very similar story, but probably a bigger drop come Wednesday because that boundary is going to be right over them. So they'll basically not have much of a heat index or barely into the 90s as we go towards Wednesday because of the storms going on. The alert day conditions are for Monday, Tuesday, given that's the best confidence we have for about 100-degree heat index. Going forward, we could still with some dangerous heat, but also with the thunderstorms going on, we also could seal with some severe weather. And that's going to be something. As you know, there's Tuesday storms already going on. You can see Tuesday night we develop a lot of thunderstorm complexes, basically Eau Claire down to northeast Iowa, and that's where the boundary is, and that's what's going to be sitting overhead pretty much all the way through Friday. So it's going to be off and on thunderstorms, and a lot of these are going to be late night, early morning activity. As you see towards the 4th, we might start seeing a drop in precipitation chances, but it's not going to be completely gone by that point. And 90s here, further north you go that boundary like Rusk County, they may be in the mid 80s by the time we get to the 4th. So it's going to be a little bit of a difference. But yeah, you got stuff going on tomorrow afternoon, early morning should be early afternoon. Take note of the weather app and keep your umbrella obviously handy. We might have rain coming through.
Okay, good to know. We will do that. Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Brewers and Cubs series continues. Milwaukee looking to follow up last night's big win as Kyle Harrison took the mound. Kate has the highlights after the break.
Choose from a free TV or 10% off the home price. 4th of July savings now at Home Furniture.
The Toy Scout is coming to Wisconsin to buy your old toys. We'll be at the Hampton Inn, Chippewa Falls, June 26th through the 28th, and at the Stony Creek Hotel La Crosse in Onalaska, June 29th through July 1st. Bring your old toys. Get money. Admission is free. Visit toyscout.com or call 561-628-1990.
What makes a trip to the water park capital of the world an experience all your own? You can do it your way with your family. Pick your rides, your slides. You're about to have the time of your life. Wisconsin Dells. Do it your way. Plan your trip today at wisdells.com.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a Triptan, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Ugh, migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day. So I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
Hi, I'm Danielle with the Board Store. Summer goes by fast, and the work of taking care of your home can steal your best days. Find your freedom with our Freedom Day sale at the Board Store. Energy-efficient windows and doors, new composite or vinyl siding, even a new deck, patio cover, or pergola for outdoor living. Improving your home, improving your life. Fair prices, installed by the best. Visit our showroom, meet us online, or call for a prompt free estimate. You'll be glad you did.
The Toy Scout is coming to buy your gold jewelry, silver, coins, class rings, and more. We'll be at the Hampton Inn, Chippewa Falls, June 26th through the 28th, and at the Stony Creek Hotel in Onalaska, June 29th through July 1st. Bring your items. Get paid cash. Visit toyscout.com or call 561-628-1990.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports.
We've got a weekend filled with Legion baseball games in Onalaska as Post 336 was hosting their annual summer tournament. Along with the action on the field, the American Legion also hosting a big America 250 celebration, which brought an exciting atmosphere to the afternoon. So let's go there. Game 3 of the day, Westby Coon Valley taking on Fenimore. Railers would score 1 in the top of the first, but the Bandits would answer. First, it's Maddox Fensel with the grounder to short. That would score Devin Nedlin. Then next batter, and Caden Kierner crushes this pitch over the head of the left fielder. That's off the wall. It'll score another as the Bandits take the lead. Still in the first, and Will Keenlance is going to single into center field. Westby goes up 3-1, but trouble in the second. Railers load the bases, and Jude Kinney finds a hole in the infield. Fenimore with 4 runs in the inning as they would take the lead. But the Westby bats were not slowing down. It's Fensel again with a line shot into left field. Nedlin rounds third. He's going to come in to score. This one was back and forth until the end, but Westby scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning as they hold on 12-9 the final. So here are the results from the day. GET took down Onalaska in game 1 of the day. Black River Falls improves to 2-0 with their win over Fenimore, and Westby picking up 2 wins on the day. They'll look to go perfect on the weekend tomorrow morning. Well, it's always fun. It's always a fun weekend when the Brewers and Cubs face off. Milwaukee got the win in game 1 last night with Jacob Misiorowski taking the mound, and we had game 2 earlier this evening. So let's go to American Family Field. Jackson Chourio leading things off for the Brewers, and on the first pitch he sees, Chourio is going to send this pitch to straightaway center field, and it's over the wall for a solo shot. Milwaukee in front. Kyle Harrison on the mound for the Brewers, and for the most part, he was lights out. 5 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, just 3 hits, but he would make a mistake in the 4th. 1 man on for Seiya Suzuki, and for the 2nd straight game, Suzuki is going deep. A 2-run shot over the wall and right. Cubs take a 2-1 lead. Brewers would answer in the 5th. Blake Perkins with a leadoff double. Then Sal Frelick is going to drive him in. A single into left ties the game at 2. Chad Patrick would come in for relief in the 6th, and after getting the first 2 outs of the inning, the Cubs would rally. First, Nico Horner hits an RBI single to right. That gives Chicago the lead. Then next batter, Ian Happ, and Happ gets all of this baseball. A 3-run home run to right field. Cubs would add 2 more as they take game 2, 8-2, the final. Over in Minnesota, the Twins were hosting the Rockies. Rough start for Minnesota. First inning, and Hunter Goodman crushes this ball deep to left, and that is way gone for a solo shot. Rockies jump in front. Twins would answer in the bottom half. Cody Clemens with a few men on, singles up the middle. Larnach rounds 3rd. He comes in to tie the game at 1, but this one was all Colorado. Goodman up again in the 3rd, and Goodman again with a home run. Rockies take this one 8-5, the final. Loggers still holding on to their division lead as we close in on the end of the first half. They pick up another win this evening, 6-2 over the Express. Loggers in Eau Claire tomorrow, then back at home on Monday. Stage, including a statement result against Spain, one of the favorites to win it all. It's been one of the best underdogs runs of the summer, and now their challenge gets a little bigger as Cape Verde faces Argentina in the knockout rounds next Friday. As for the United States, they will face Bosnia in the knockout round, that game on Wednesday. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Enjoy Monday's 3-2-1 special. $3 off pizza, $2 off pasta, and $1 off our mouth-watering burgers. Plus $6 house margaritas. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
The results are in for the 2026 Best of La Crosse County. Head to bestoflacrossecounty.com to see the winners in every category. Here's one of the many businesses that won this year.
Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
Here at Schneider Heating, we have a huge emphasis on culture, getting along, working together. We follow through on our promises, and we get the job done.
We're not just putting in a furnace. You know, you're hiring the whole company.
From the first call that you make, we'll take care of you every step of the way.
Here I am, field trip chaperone.
Before helping prevent migraine with Qulipta, it was hard keeping plans.
And look at me now.
You'll never truly forget migraine, but Qulipta reduces attacks, making more zero migraine days possible to help give that forget you get migraine feeling.
Don't take if allergic. Stop taking and get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, lip, or tongue swelling, itching, or rash. Tell your doctor about increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes.
Ask your doctor about Qulipta to help prevent migraine.
When you need cabin furniture, come to Black River Furniture Outlet. Shop 2 showrooms of rustic handcrafted furnishings. Browse dining room sets in hickory, aspen, barnwood, and more. Get woodsy with our cabin bedroom groups. All sizes and bunk beds available. Accessorize with our rugged lamps, rugs, shelving, and more. Set up your patio with our outdoor poly furniture, gliding recliners and love seats. Dining sets in more colors to order from. We now offer 6 to 12-month financing. Summer-long sidewalk sales. Family and veteran-owned Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
If high gas prices and car payments are getting you down, come see us at Sugarloaf Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Winona. We have a special purchase of 2025 Nissan Altimas featuring 39 miles per gallon highway, blind spot detection, Apple CarPlay, remote start, and factory warranty. And get this, just $9.99 down and $329 per month. So ditch that old car and get to Sugarloaf Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Highway 61, Winona.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Enjoy Monday's 3-2-1 special. $3 off pizza, $2 off pasta, and $1 off our mouth-watering burgers. Plus $6 house margaritas. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Well, they say everything's bigger in Texas, but Oklahoma City is giving that saying a run for its money. A new roadside attraction is turning heads, and it is hard to miss. The new landmark is in honor of Route 66's 100th anniversary. Oklahoma City Mayor cut the ribbon on this massive red boot called Kick 66 at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum. The 35-foot-tall sculpture nods to the classic song Route 66 with the lyric "Oklahoma City looks mighty pretty" featured right on the side. Well, don't go too far. Greg will have a final look at your weather when we come back.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Our 4th of July sale is going on now at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. So shop unbeatable prices on all the gear and supplies you need to celebrate your way. Right now, these Blaine's Farm and Fleet camp chairs are just $9.99. Assorted Igloo coolers are on sale, 20% off. Men's and women's Americana Hey Dudes are rewards priced $54.99. And 4 packs of Ball Americana canning jars, just $9.99. Find the value you need to celebrate your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
Still dealing with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease symptoms despite treatment?
Then you know there could be unpredictability.
Workarounds. And avoiding.
It was time to make a change.
I changed. I changed too.
My doctor recommended Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
I got rapid symptom relief at 2 weeks. Check. Rinvoq helped visibly repair my intestinal lining. Check.
I got lasting remission, meaning few to no symptoms. Check.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50+ with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Put UC and Crohn's in check and keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq.
What is Spectrum Internet? It's the fastest and most reliable internet.
It's connecting with my followers out there and in here.
It's secure internet for you and your family.
It's keeping kids like us safe online.
It's Wi-Fi that stays on even when the power doesn't.
Staying connected no matter what.
So what's Spectrum Internet? It's everything you want it to be. Switch today at spectrum.com.
All right, we have a thunderstorm complex that'll be coming through. Potentially could produce some heavier rainfall in northeast Iowa, even some damaging winds if it holds together. Light rain pretty much for everyone else. We're looking at maybe a 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for that time frame. Then showers may develop later in the evening as even warmer air comes up, and we can see a lot of cloud cover. Even some fog coming into Monday morning, given how much moisture is going to be out there. The dangerous heat Monday, Tuesday, given the heat and seas will be well over 100. And then it becomes a stormy and very humid pattern. You could see low 90s or mid 90s in some areas, and other areas could be the mid 80s, depending on how all the thunderstorms play out. That's why the alert day conditions are there for Monday, Tuesday. We could see additional alert days, not just for heat, but also for storms all the way to the 4th.
Get ready for that heat.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, no kidding. It's on its way. All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.